I mean, you could even put Z Freak on. I'm not sure where any of these heroes are going to be going. To be completely honest with you, you could switch things up depending on what the lanes are. I do like flexible drafts like that quite a bit.
Ooh.
That's a hero we haven't seen in a little while. The IO picked up, and immediately they grabbed the Luna alongside it. So this will clean up the Brewmaster Primal split pretty quickly.
I'm not a huge fan of Io Luna. I think one of the things that makes Luna so strong is that you spend a lot of time like just farming ancient stacks early, getting a huge XP and net worth lead. And one of the things that Io does really well is he helps amplify that farm for heroes that kind of struggle a little bit on getting online early. But Luna doesn't need that, and then he ends up just taking a ton of XP away from the Luna. So it's I don't think it is as strong as the combos that we see with Io could be. But overall, Luna still a pretty strong hero in general. And like you said, really good at dealing with the Brewlings.
Yeah. Good at cleaning up any Beastmaster army as well, even if he gets himself that Helm of the Overlord, which, last time Moon didn't end up grabbing that one with the Beastmaster, but it seemed to be the hot new thing. So it's still pretty likely it ends up getting the Helm of the Dominator on the hero. Luna, again, very good at cleaning that one up. Can just attack the heroes down, allow the Moon Glaives to bounce for the rest of the team, just allow that to do work. And there it is. The Gunner specialty, his claim to fame here on. God, this is the first hero that he was ever really well known for.
His Ember
And
Spirit
it
is
was
god
buffed.
tier. Yeah, he is one of the best
Yeah.
Ember Spirits out there. Like he feels super comfortable picking this up right now because you look at the heroes that have been locked in. You see one stun realistically, and it's the Mars Spear. So Ember
Yep.
Spirit is pretty happy with the state of the game. They're going to ban out the Terrorblade like you were talking about earlier. Still a decent pick here for the side of Zoomers if they wanted to go for it. And I think we're seeing a Brewmaster support. I think this is going to be a 5 Brew. The Beastmaster is still being played on Moo, and we're just looking for Envy's hero at this point.
Yeah. Now, here's one of the interesting things about this matchup, the Ember Spirit, if it is going to be a Mars in the mid lane. The Ember Spirit now has 110 damage at level 1 for his Flame Guard, so there's a lot of mid matchups that previously he didn't do so well against, especially at the early levels, the Ember versus Mars being one of them, but the Spear does 100 damage. The Ember Flame Guard used to block 80, now blocks 110, so you can keep your Flame Guard up in a lane against Mars.
Yeah. It's pretty easy for the Ember to contest the lane shove that the Mars is going to do, right? Like, it's going to be God's Rebuke spearing to try and just, like, secure last hits and denies and like, shove the lane. And Ember Spirit can respond, like you said, with the Flame Guard because you can't pop it. So, pretty sick pick. They go ahead and ban out the Sven as well. The Legion Commander removed here from the Zoomers once again. I mean, Oscar played a great game on it, so I'm not surprised. I think they are expecting exactly what we are, which is the support Viper IO with the mid Mars and the Luna here, and we're just looking for the off lane for Oscar.
Yeah.
Last pick for Zoomers does give Envy a pretty good advantage. I mean, we saw last game he got this Monkey King, but it didn't really do well in lane or as well as they would have expected because of the last pick Legion that came through. And yeah, we saw game one, the difference, right? Slark into the Timber saw a fantastic matchup, absolutely popped off. So we'll see if that makes a big difference this game around.
Tide Hunter.
Go for the Tide Hunter instead.
Slark. I would 100% just say go for the Slark. It's so good into the Tide Hunter. It's rough into the Viper with Nether Toxin, but I think you can play aggressive with the Brewmaster if it's the 5.
I'd like to see a Slark, yeah. I'm with you. I'm not a huge fan of the hero, but against the Tide Hunter, against, Tide, Dragon Knight, and Timbersaw, all heroes that, normally like standing their ground against heroes, but do that Essence Shift, just can't. So.
It's either gonna be Slark or like the Ursa. It's got to be one or the other, I think. But again, you're dealing with this Viper with the Nether Toxin. It's super annoying. Both heroes can deal with it because they are fairly mobile, but
Slark a little bit more so.
Yeah,
you're able to reset with Dark Pack a little bit better than you can reset with the Enrage as well. I'd prefer to see that one. Ursa wouldn't be awful here. It would allow you to play a little bit faster. Go with the Bloodseeker instead.
It's something that's been getting spammed a lot. I know Envy has just been playing this hero on repeat recently. Like, he's just constantly spamming this Bloodseeker, and it is sick. It is a really good hero. It's really difficult for the Luna to deal with if she just gets ruptured in a fight. but I don't know if it's going to win the lane, and I think they need that to happen. A lot of this is going to be on Husky setting up these blood rights.
Yeah, it means Oscar's going to be forced to get some early boots. Panda Boo's probably yeah. It's going to be Matthew actually on the IO rather than Panda Boo on the position 4. So I'd like to see Viper in a lane with Tidehunter so they can harass Envy out. But it'll probably be Matthew alongside the Tidehunter, and they'll just be able to stand their ground, just spam Anchor Smash, get like an early headdress, and be impossible to zone out a lane. I don't know. I'd probably still rather see the Viper zone Envy out, though. I think Tidehunter is a solid pick for rounding this one out. They did need a little bit more to disable, but playing around that super big cooldown is going to be a little bit annoying. I like the Ember Spirit response for the Mars mid, though.
Yeah, I do too. I wonder if they offlane the Luna IO. If they take Luna IO to the offlane instead and just keep Oscar Viper in the safe lane.
I would like to see that. But they are playing Matthew position 4 and Panda Boo position 5 on the Viper, so they might opt to just stick with whatever they're used to doing on their role instead of switching up things for their heroes. I like to see it when hero players like flex their roles and what lanes they go to and really throw the enemy team off. But I don't think NoPing really does that often. It's something that Matthew did a little bit with when he was on Thunder Predator, but not so much anymore.
Beastmaster thanks you.
All right, we are into the third and final game of the semifinals here. It is No Zoomers versus NoPing. The winner advances to the grand finals to compete against Undying, a team that has yet to drop a game in the playoffs. So
Yeah.
Good luck to them.
Your reward is playing against this borderline invincible team. Have fun. No, but I'm not sure Undying is going to have such an easy time here. Maybe they'll make me eat my words, but this is decent warm up. We are on a new patch. They've done pretty good on the new patch so far, but it's possible that they pull something out here on NoPing or for Zoomers. I know Eternal Envy is the one player that can either beat or lose to anybody.
That is true. They are doing exactly what we talked about. Matthew's going to be partnering with Angel in the safe lane, and they are going to be running the Viper with Oscar. I think that's correct. It doesn't make a lot of sense to run the IO elsewhere. You want to be able to make this Luna's lane as easy as possible. So, makes a lot of sense. We're going to see Husky on the 5th position Brewmaster, like we talked about. I mean, one thing to note, Cinder Brew is an incredibly strong ability. So I'm curious if they decide to go for the Cinder Brew max with the Thunderclap, because that into Blood Right is pretty absurd.
Mm-hmm. As long as you can land it. I mean, the movement slow is going to make it a little bit easier to land that the Blood Right. Any sort of spell damage is going to set it off, I believe. Ignited. Yeah, any spell damage, not just magical. Remember the patch where the Cinder Brew only ignited on fire spells?
Yeah, someone at Valve was like, guys, wouldn't it be super cool if we introduced elements into the game? And then someone's like, hell yeah, let's do it. And then they did the first iteration, and they're like, wow, this is awful. And then they immediately dumped that idea.
Unfortunately,
no reason to make the game overly complicated.
I would have loved to see my Pokemon.
Yeah, Waterbender Tidehunter would have been super cool.
I'm ready to Waterbender Kunkka, right?
Just 30 seconds.
Earth Spirits just...
I don't know, all rock type damage.
Just all rock type.
Instead of magical, they even choose a bunch of different elements.
He just gets one-shotted by Kunkka every time he throws a little puddle at him. Super sick.
Yeah. Rock ground type. Unfortunate, ×4 weakness. Are you much of a Pokemon player, Ricky?
No.
Unfortunate.
I played like Snap and Coliseum and stuff way back in the day. I never really enjoyed playing with I never really got into like handheld games at all, which is where like the Pokemon franchise pretty much existed for the last decade. So are they just gonna like cut the wave? They are. This is actually pretty sick. So they're just like sniping the ranged creep. That's pretty funny.
All right, ranged creep steal masterclass.
Yeah.
Normal people, they use a spell to secure the ranged creep. No. Here on Zoomers, you secure it before it gets to lane. This is like some, what was it, Ocean's 12 shit?
I don't
Is
know,
that
man.
the movie they did that on? You watched the Ocean series, didn't you?
I don't know. Is there 12 of them? 'Cause that sounds like a lot.
I can't tell if you're messing with me because you didn't see Fight Club.
I still have not seen Fight Club.
I don't know what you do in your spare time.
What do you mean? I cast Dota, I play Dota, I watch anime. That's like my life right now, Neff. I can't go outside. There's no time for that these days.
You don't even watch that much anime either, though.
I do now. I'm getting there.
All right. I'll be quizzing you at the end of the week.
Yeah. I took notes. You're fine.
All right. We got a little bit of a vacation after this pro series.
Do we?
As far as I know.
God.
You sign us up for something?
Maybe. I can't tell you yet.
Yeah, we start as soon as we're done pro series tonight. Have fun, Neff. Ooh, Dark Mago missed the spear off on the Gunner in the mid lane. And it's going much better for Gunner this time around, though.
Do you like slide a fist dodger or you just miss the spear?
He just missed the spear.
I'm trying to keep my eyes on this bottom lane because it is setting equilibrium really in favor of Oscar here. They've just been blood right spamming the lane to try and push it out, but their camp, it was warded, so they couldn't really get a pull here on Husky, and Pandaboo's going to deny the pull once again. So they're in a pretty happy spot here in this safe lane.
Yep. And they're gonna harass Eternal Envy here. I mean, once Pandaboo's got 2 points to the poison attack, the harass becomes way more difficult for Eternal Envy to deal with. He's just got 4 mangoes on Pandaboo, so he's getting prepped for it. Once they clear out these range creeps and whatnot, I imagine the harass is gonna start to come out. Gush, several poison attacks onto you. You're just dead. Nothing you can do about that one. I guess other than TP out.
Yeah, just TP, forehead.
It is TP. We talked about that one. Mid lane, didn't have too much a chance to talk about. Dark Mango's getting blasted here by Gunner.
Yeah, Gunner is on his spicy hero. The Ember Spirit, one of his best. Oh, Moo top lane. This is going to be first blood. Just goes the way of Angel. He is left alone in the lane here as Z-Freak's currently dragging and goes down just a little bit too far forward.
Yeah, at one point of Lunar Blessing, the overcharge, the extra attack speed you have on top of that damage bonus is just too much for to deal with here. So it does end up being a first blood, and well, 1K now with advantage already here, just 3 minutes into the game. Doing pretty well for themselves here on NoPing.
Yeah, I'm not sure if you've seen Envy's CS, but not good.
Envy's looking for his CS as well. He hasn't seen it.
Yeah, Envy not CSing well, and Moo not CSing well. Z-Freak getting aggressive up on the IO, but we'll just tether out. Just gets slapped by a spooky ghost, though. Yoink. Nice. So we'll see what Gunner can do here in the mid lane on the Ember. I think a lot of this is going to come down to his mid-game performance. He is going really aggressive with the Orb of Corrosion build, it seems. So he wants to be able to find kills early and rotate with this hero. But yeah, I mean, these side lanes are getting crushed. I mean, you can look, another massive pull here, end up going the way of NoPing, and Oscar's just going to farm this bad boy up. He doesn't care. He got 2 points in Thirst here on the Bloodseeker, meaning he doesn't do any damage. And he has to just TP. He actually cannot contest this lane at all.
Yep. I mean, we mentioned that, like, yes, they've got huge kill potential, but they have no disable. But now it's going to, I mean, he's got no town portal scroll. It's going to be on cooldown for a little while anyway. He's going for Maelstrom again, so we're just looking to farm. You said he's been spamming this nonstop. Is this what he's been doing in his pubs?
I don't know, dude. I don't watch Envy at all.
Yeah, but
I just know he's been spamming it because people have mentioned it. I see him in pubs with other players though. Mid lane, Mars does get found here, but a rotation in from Matthew. The Gunner, Ember Spirit, is it enough to find the kill? He's falling incredibly low. Dark Mango finishes him off. The healing and the regen coming in from Matthew was just too much. And honestly, he's out. He's not gonna die for this. A 3-man rotation mid. He gets the kill and survives.
Onto the enemy mid laner, no less. I mean, he ended up cutting that tree as soon as the acorn shot came out. Dark Mago just wasted no time with that reaction. That Orb of Corrosion ended up putting in work as well. Now he's got himself his boots of speed. He's gonna leave the mid lane to Matthew for a second here. I think they're gonna look for a kill here. He's almost got level 6 on Gunner. Yeah. Z-Freak looking to punish his IO. I don't think he'll be able to get the tether off. He will, actually. Creep wave is there, so he doesn't end up going down. I think they realized that they had vision up on there. They think it's going to be on the cliff, but it was just a hawk that scouted it out. There's the economic damage. They will never be the same.
Oh, they managed to find Husky. He got chased around forever. He does know exactly where the enemy ward is now as a result of this, but doesn't get the deny off to the creep, so unlucky for him. But I mean, we look at net worth. Oscar is topped by a landslide. He's 3,100. He is... Look at him compared to the Bloodseeker, and this is where I feel like last pick was just wasted. Like you save last pick for this Bloodseeker who has a couple Iron Branches and a Javelin.
I didn't realize it was that bad. I thought he had boots as well.
No, he has absolutely nothing here on this Bloodseeker, and his game, it feels like unplayable. He's gonna have to max out the Blood Rage, just skip out Blood Right completely at this point, and just try and get to that Maelstrom so that he can at least farm something. But there's no chance he's gonna keep up with a Luna. Matthew already has stacks in the jungle. They want to go clear those, and Gunner's the only one who can contest them. Actually makes Mars whiff the arena mid, it seems, but
he's still going to be able to get out of this one. Walks away. I mean, oh my god. This game is miserable for Eternal Envy. He's walking all the way back to base without boots while he tries to secure his farm. Hasn't even hit level 6 yet. He's wasting so much time on the map. He's at 2.2k net worth here at 7 minutes in.
Yeah. Like I said, I mean, we both kind of cringed at the Bloodseeker pick. We're like trying to justify, you know,
dead.
why it's good. Yeah, Husky dead again. Oscar Panda bottom lane, and well, maybe not. He actually missed both auto attacks on the Viper. He's still dead, but he is wasting a little bit of time. You're okay. I was like, he can't keep missing, right? Mid lane, Gunner. Woo. Nearly goes down, but able to keep himself alive. Does have a remnant out. And he might get aggressive here on Dark Mago. If he gets the slight chains, he does. He's just got to be able to stick on top of him, but doesn't want to spend that last remnant. I don't think he would have gotten the kill anyway. There's going to be an Invis rune top.
Z-Freak getting gone out inside the jungle here. It looks like he's going to be able to get away, though. Angel more focused on securing himself this CS.
A little bit of a keen optic there. Ooh, Gunner, Invis. Slide chains, great usage there, interrupting that tether rather, not lasso. And this will be a kill, going the way of the Ember Spirit. First one for him.
That's Angel's fault. That's definitely Angel's fault. He left that keen optic on the ground.
Yeah, and he had to like walk back to get it. They will go ahead and clean up these stacks. Like we talked about, Gunner, really the only one who can contest the dire jungle at the moment. Does need to be careful. Dark Mago is here. Just gonna drag them and use the remnant, right?
He's gonna wait until he throws out the spear, and then he's gonna dodge the remnant as soon as it happens.
Yeah. Bottom lane Husky getting dove once again. Able to evade that last auto attack, going for the TP. Not gonna be lucky. Not lucky this time, sir.
Yep. And I imagine Luna's just gonna take over the enemy team's jungle as it looked like 4 Zoomers were trying to invade his. So now 4k net with advantage here at 9 minutes. They're doing an amazing job. Gunner? Does he get the spear off? He doesn't. Oh, there.
Nice
dodge.
remnant. Gunner playing with his food here. They're going to be able to take down Z-Freak. Those poison attacks stacking up quite a bit. The question is, can Gunner get anything out? As the Viper Strike comes out, he has to leave.
God is back, but he did end up getting away from that God's Rebuke there. So God is being a real nuisance despite the fact that his team is falling apart at the moment. I mean, right now, it's 4k net worth advantage here. 1 in 6. They need to make some sort of space for Eternal Envy. He's working on this Maelstrom still, doesn't have boots available.
This was definitely like they're in draft and they're like, all right, guys, we got last pick. We see everything. You know, which of these heroes do we want to pick? Bloodseeker definitely not in the list. And then Envy's like, I'm playing Bloodseeker. And they're like, what? Like that, I feel like that was the conversation. I don't know how else this could have gone. Top lane, they're able to do a little bit of damage out on over to the Tidehunter, holding him in place. The break comes through. Tidehunter, he's just going to go down to the roar. Well played, but now relocate in. Spear going to find Hoodwink here. Dark Mago will trade 1 for 1, giving that kill on over to Angel. Well, you get the Tide. That's not a bad pick off. He is super farmed.
That's a favorable trade, yeah. They're gonna look to go back in here on kind of Panda-Boo.
Ooh, he actually might die for this. He definitely does. That is just a Viper Strike right to the noggin. And Panda-Boo gets chased down by the boars, but not a good trade here if you're the Zoomers.
No. I mean, that spear coming out from the side of the trees there just didn't have vision, couldn't dodge that one in time. He's doing a pretty good job of dealing with this Mars so far, but rkryptic is starting to get somewhat big now.
I mean, top 3 net worth, all heavily in favor here of NoPing, and Angel is just continuing to farm up stack after stack, ancients after ancients, on his way to a Sanj and Yasha. Possessed Mask drop. I mean, you definitely keep, there's no way you go Possessed Mask. You definitely keep the Broom Handle here. But Envy still trying to get to those boots. He'll get there.
Yeah, he's gonna hold on the Broom Handle. He already has like decent enough lifesteal by finishing off creep with theirs. Besides, you don't have real lifesteal anymore.
All right,
They
they
look for a
smoke
kill
going
here.
straight bottom, but there's a courier scouting this whole thing. And NoPing, I mean, they have to know about this, right? Word comes out, there's gonna be the Bruise Split. They're looking for him. They're gonna send the IO into the air, and without any help, Angel trying to... He just TP'd out. All right. And IO sniped for the moment. Envy with the blood right has to get those auto attacks off to finish him off. And okay, I mean, they don't get the target they want, but I think if you're NoPing, you don't really care about that. You're pretty okay. You got Bruise Split for that
Bruise
rotation
Split.
as well, and you only lost the IO.
Bruce Split and Rupture committed in that team fight, and only losing Aya, Luna managing to get out, and not even losing any time on the map, just gets right back to farming. Now has the Sant and Yasha completed. Their net worth increased as they went for that gank there. They wasted a lot of time on the map there on 4 Zoomers. And now, Dark Mega looking for a kill up here in the top lane. They're gonna need someone to TP up here alongside him.
Roar comes out. They got a
comes out,
bushwhack to follow, and they do have
don't
a
have enough
lot of
damage.
damage, but is it
not
enough?
enough.
The relocate, it comes in, the break onto the bars. He needs to get another auto attack. He finishes him off just barely with the Helm Dom. But you lost Gunner mid. A Ravage plus that Nether Strike is enough to take him down.
Didn't think that they'd be able to have enough damage to bring down the Mars there, but I guess the Hoodwink is just a surprising amount. Not quite tanky enough. Groups did a lot to him as well. Beastmaster ended up doing like about 1,000 damage there. A lot of that just with his right clicks. Mid lane though, they're gonna end up securing this mid tier 1 tower, so more of the map gonna go the way of NoPing here. And I don't think Eternal Envy's gonna have the chance to come online. He's just completing his that's just a Clarity flying out to himself right now. He's getting the first component of his BKB at the moment. He's just got Brown Boots and Maelstrom despite his team trying to make so much space for him. And they lose Moo.
They do lose Moo. In comes Gunner to the top lane, though. Wants to try and turn this around. There's going to be the Viper Strike, and Gunner does need to be careful. Rupture onto Dark Mago. A great TP response here from the boys as they will be able to pick off 2. But again, you do lose Moo for this, and Gunner is not super farmed either. I mean, his game was completely crushed here as well.
Yeah. I mean, he's starting to do a little bit better, but while you were going for those 2 kills there, you traded off your Beastmaster. You ended up giving up the Ancient stack to this Luna and Leia. So Angel's starting to get pretty big. Sanj and Yasha completed. Dragonlance, Sanj and Yasha, Power Treads are now sitting at 1,400 gold here at only 14 minutes into the game. This is absolutely insane GPM on the Luna.
Yeah, right into a Satanic. Why not?
Yep. He's going to be too hard to bring down here.
They actually
And the
smoke
Satanic
into the
is-
triangle. They want to go for it. They want to play aggressive. They've got Roar, Gunner. I mean, does have this Arcane Rune, which is quite nice. They see Angel, Matthew, and Panda-Boo with this Hawk on the backside. Remnant comes out. He's able to hold the IO and the Viper in place, but they need more help throwing IO into the air. But Angel on the backside just doesn't seem to matter. There's going to be the Roar finally, but do they have the damage? He pops the Eclipse. They're doing so much work. Nice chains holding him in place. They're able to get the silence in from this Bloodseeker, but Angel still standing his ground. Finally ends up falling. Gunner bottling back up on the backside. Husky on this Brewmaster might be the casualty, but a great arena there from Dark Mago holding him in place. They actually could potentially turn this back around. He's able to dodge out that Blood Right. Remnants on forward. No, he goes up on the high ground. Gunner, a little bit of a misclick there. The Ravage comes through from Oscar. They're going to punish Envy for this one, and now the Bushwhack on the backside catching him, but the respawn from Panda-Boo, he's ready to fight Gunner. You don't have the damage alone. He's going to die for this. It ends up being 5 heroes dead for Zoomers. Oh, no.
I mean, that was one of the only opportunities they could fight into them, but that Luna standing her ground, doing a ton of damage. The full Eclipse ended up going off before they could bring her down, and Dark Mago ended up getting his spells or getting back up into that fight. It was only a dead, or TP was on cooldown for like 8 seconds at the start of that one. Ravage came off the tail end as well, turning that one around. I think if they had the Mask of Death on Luna, she would have been able to stand her ground and fight that one. That was like best case scenario, despite you being at such a massive net worth disadvantage, and you still couldn't take the fight. This is only going to get harder for you as it goes on. You saw what she did to that Brewlings, but the Fire Panda just got melted immediately. And now Satanic being worked on here on the Luna. If she's able to just pop that and stand her ground in these team fights, you lose, no questions asked. They might be able to find her, though. They're moving up here pretty quickly.
Yeah, they want to punish her. Roar just came off cooldown, looking for Angel in the trees. Io going for TP. The rest of the team responding in kind. And they will not get Angel.
Yep. End up canceling the TP there on Dark Mago. Doesn't end up going up to the top lane. But yeah, Angel makes it out of this one. Still 7k net worth advantage. They made a beeline for him, but realized it was too late. Can't dive that tier 2 tower.
Zoomer's still playing really aggressive in this jungle. I mean, they want to push this tier 2. It is a pretty big objective for them if they can get it. Moo, really the only one who's going to have that ability to do so, giving them that outpost advantage. To try and even out a little bit would be nice.
He's 80 gold off the Helm of the Overlord as well. He's going to have a huge power spike once that one's done.
All right, Gunner finishes up his Maelstrom, and now some items coming out for the Zoomers, but again, like you said, an 8k gold advantage here for the side of NoPing, and it's just seemingly getting worse for them as they cannot keep up with this Luna.
No, I mean, Envy's trying. He's gone the Blood Rage attack speed. He's got himself a Maelstrom, working on his BKB, but by the time he, like, you're going to have a small window of opportunity where BKB will be done on the Bloodseeker, and they won't quite have the BKB on Mars. They won't quite have the Satanic on the Luna. If you can take a fight in that small window, the 8k net worth advantage won't really feel like anything. But that window is only like 2 minutes.
It might even be less than that, which,
yeah,
with the rate that this Mars is farming, it wouldn't surprise me if they get that BKB just a minute or so after the Bloodseeker. They managed to get the tier 2 top, claim the outpost. It's going to go the exact same way here for NoPing as they do the same thing bottom. Dark Mago finds an arena kill in the mid lane onto Z-Freak, protecting that tier 1 tower, which is still really important.
Yep. It gives you a lot of control over the map. Eastern is scattered out as well, because who's going to grab that one? I'll probably just grab it on Mars, who got himself a bottle. And now 400 gold away from that BKB that we talked about. Luna, 800 gold off of the Satanic, and then going to go for the Chrysalis, Daedalus, probably Agadim Shard after that we see so often on the hero.
Oh, Helm of the Overlord is online, and the Ancient Black Dragon going to begin being a little bit annoying here. Oscar is just channeling on this. There's no way he's going to get away with that.
For us to get back here. I imagine, come on, go back for it, Oscar. You know you wanna. He's baiting him out with this.
Oh, absolutely. Everyone on the backside. There's gonna be the Blood Right. He blinks forward instead. Still has the Ravage. He's just gonna drop it right onto Moo, and Beastmaster's dead. Like you said, he's just baiting him out. And Dark Mago, he finds Z-Freak up to the north. Spear connects that haste rune. I feel like every time we see Dark Mago on this Mars, he's got a haste.
Yeah. It really does feel like it. He has no problem finding those heroes. Envy does end up getting away. They clean up the Ancient Black Dragon at the same time, though, so it ends up being another 200 gold on top of taking those 2 kills there. And now a 9k net worth advantage, and they turn their eyes into Roshan, because guess what just got completed on the Luna?
BKB Satanic? Yeah.
Satanic.
BKB on Dark Mago. I mean, this is when the 10k gold deficit is going to feel incredibly relevant. They're going to look for the pit. They get the nice chains, holding them in place. Cinderbrew as well. A lot of damage coming in from these spells. It looks like they're afraid to deal with the poke. Ooh, Mars gets bashed. Ooh, he wants to go for the rupture. Oscar.
Yep. I was just going to heal up Dark Mago here, though. He's gaining a lot of health.
Oh, there's the arena. He finds the Brewmaster. Can they finish him off? They do. He does have buyback. Gunner in trouble as well. Has to run away. A nice 3-man bushwhack, but Rups on the backside. Envy. He finds Matthew. He doesn't pop the BKB in time, and now he's just falling dead. Envy, he's got to run. Down to 3 HP. Trying to heal in the mid lane, but Dark Mago executes the guy. And now your buyback on Husky, not feeling too good. Envy, that was everything he had.
First item BKB for that, and now Gunnar, 2 more auto attacks. He ends up going down as well. No buyback available on him. They're just going to walk into Roche Pit. 11k net worth advantage. This is the worst time that you could take this team fight. I mentioned that 2-minute window of opportunity. They missed it. The BKB and the Satanic is done. They're feeling so strong here on NoPing. Husky, don't do it.
Gunnar is doing a ton of damage here on the Ember Spirit, but there is just literally nothing coming out from the rest of the team. We talked about how this Helm of the Overlord build is like pretty cool in some aspects, but if you go against heroes that just shred creeps, i.e. Luna, Mars, it feels really bad. And we feel this game like the Beastmaster, borderline non-factor compared to game 1. Yes, you have Roar, and the Roar can sometimes set you up a kill, but there's no follow-up. So
I think the issue is that they missed their window here. They wanted to play this game a lot faster. They went for the Helm of the Overlord build on the Beastmaster. The Bloodseeker isn't like a late game carry. You want to take this as quick as possible, and that's evident by the fact that he went like Maelstrom, Boots of Speed, BKB. But Envy wasn't supposed to lose his lane like he did.
no, I mean you save last pick for your safe lane, and you tank the lane so hard. Like there's not much else to say. Like that
like
just cannot happen.
Yeah, I do like what they decided to do this lane though. Playing against like Panda Boo here on the Viper did make it kind of miserable. It's so hard to play against the position by Viper with the these mana cost decrease constantly to poison attack. But you should have planned for that one. I mean, you knew you were playing into the 5 Viper, which ended up being played position 4, but I feel like it's something you need to plan for. Well, 5 from the off lane, but you get what I'm saying.
Yeah.
Now they smoke up on all these heroes. Luna continuing to farm ancient Black Dragons while this happens. She doesn't want to miss a beat. I'm going to move right back to the mid lane, take advantage of this Aegis and this awesome item timing that she's got going on right now. She's got Chrysalis and Aghanim Shard flying out right now, too.
Yeah,
You want to
she's
fight
large.
before this kid's here.
Angel is quite farmed. Doesn't seem to really care about these heroes as these glaives are just shredding the back line. Gets the shard, drops that Chrysalis, and yeah, I mean, they just have nothing in the tank here for Zoomers. Like, all their spells are up, but they feel so helpless here against the side of NoPing. They've completely missed their opportunity to take this game.
Yeah, I mean, what do? Fight into the like they're forcing you to fight into them on this Titan. You're supposed to walk into this Ravage, walk into this Mars arena, which you absolutely can't do. Mars is a DD bottle.
They smoked out. They just find Hoodwink. She dies immediately. Now Ember Spirit as well. Dark Mega Arena Spirit finds the Mars, or finds the Beastmaster. That might be the end of the game. They got buybacks, but there is very little you can do to stop NoPing from taking your high ground now. Deso being flown out on the Mars as we speak, making the push that much easier.
The moment Luna gets into your base, she just takes it so quickly as well. And yeah, the DD on the Mars. Look how quickly they clean up these tier 3 towers. Ancient is laughing. The tips come out into Eternal Envy. Matthew's feeling himself. He's dropped the laughing beeps as well. The BM.
Oh, man. I mean, this is all NoPing. A really odd draft here from Zoomers, and NoPing stick to their guns and do what works best for them. They grab themselves mega creeps, and most likely the game here. Obviously, Zoomers not wanting to just bail out quite yet, but those, I mean, the Brewmaster summons are dead. They just instantly died. Gunnar pops his BKB, go over the backside, just gets one-shotted. There's nothing left here for the Zoomers. The GGs come out. An absolute slaughter. Completely dominated 2 games in a row here by NoPing.
Yeah, I mean, the series here, Ricky, it ended up being such a strong start for Zoomers. They took the ultra late game. They looked so clean in game number 1. They couldn't close it out despite being 2 sets of racks down against NoPing, but NoPing again in good form. 2 games, they're just like 25 minutes long, massive net worth advantage, winning basically every single lane here. They're doing amazing.
Yeah. I mean, mid lane was kind of a draw for a while, but the spillover from the side lanes made Gunnar's like game so impossible. Like, he couldn't gank anywhere because of how much they lost the side lanes. Like, they had nothing left. Like, I actually don't know. I don't know. The draft seemed really not well thought out, I would say.
Yeah.
It was very very weird to see, especially after, you know, game one, coming up with some pretty unique strategies there. But game two and game three is all NoPing. I mean, they just absolutely outperformed four Zoomers in every aspect of the game. And they're moving on to the grand finals. No surprise there, I would suppose.
No, I mean, we can try to break down this game right here. I mean, we talk about them losing all three lanes, the Bloodseeker pick just not working out, getting zoned out by this position 5 Viper who ended up being played in the off lane. I mean, at even 10 minutes of the game, top 3 heroes of the net worth, all on the side of NoPing. Luna, Tidehunter, Mars, and you know what this means? We get to SANA showdown in the grand finals here. NoPing against Team Undying. What more could you ask for?
Honestly, this is what I think a lot of us expected, where it's going to be this grand finals, NoPing and Undying. I think early on this was our expectation. Zoomers, I think, overperforming here in the tournament a little bit, but yeah, I'm super excited for this grand finals. It's going to be real sick watching them go head to head. But before we go to a quick break and come back with grand finals, I just want to give a big shout out to one of our sponsors, and neph. I mean, this whole tournament, we've been fueled by adrenaline, but we have been fueled by Mate, dude. These guys, absolute legends. If you guys aren't aware, you can head on over to bts.gg/mate. Enter code BTSDota. There is a raffle. The winners will be chosen tomorrow. This is literally your last day to do it. So go do it. You can buy yourself some Mate as well as enter for a chance to win some pretty sick swag. Things like gaming chairs, computers, peripherals. There are links in chat as well as a banner down below. So make sure to go take advantage of that. And a big thank you once again, Mate. We love you guys. We really appreciate all the support here in Americas. But we got to go to a quick break, right, Neff?
Yeah, unfortunately, there's going to be no post-game interview with NoPing after this one. They do need to prepare for Undying. It's going to be a tough matchup for them, but very excited to pop these teams some questions. Maybe the lobby. I'll break down exactly what they say for you after we're done. You know me. I love leaking stuff. Let's go, Ricky.
Neff's like the primary source of all drama in NA, as we've learned.
Yeah. LJD Ame fan here. Anyway, let's hop over the break.
All right, everyone. We'll see you in a bit. Stay tuned for the grand finals here on the Loopet Pro Series Season 7. We'll see you in a bit.